Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from Bloom's office here in Palm Springs. We're enjoying September, and the weather is a little bit cooler, and that makes everybody a little bit less cranky, and we're very glad for that. I thought that this week, for this particular Bloom Tube, it would be interesting to note that I discovered this thing on the internet about a palindrome. I don't know if you've ever heard of palindromes, but palindromes are situations where a series of numbers are the same going one way as going the other way, and it also can be a word. And I can't think of any examples of words right now. Wow would be one of them. That it's the same frontwards and backwards, and it's numbers that they're the same frontwards and backwards. And we happen to be in a palindrome week from the 10th of September through the 19th of September. If you go like like for today, 91119 in one direction, and then you go 9119 in the other direction, it's the same both ways. And that'll last through 91919, 91919. So that's kind of unique. Now there are people out there that take things like this, as well as like numbers in the Bible and various kinds of formulas and so forth, and try to ascribe a lot of meaning to them. I'm not one of those people, but I did think it's interesting, and I just thought, well, this is the Bloom Notes of a palindrome week, and it's just kind of an interesting thing to think about. I am looking forward to this Sunday. We at Bloom are trying to institute an upgrade, a little bit of a change, and something that we have recognized for several years, and that is the Hispanic heritage of the area in which we live. Let's remember that we live in Mexico from years and years ago, and I'm not going to get into all the history about it, but the war and the treaty and all the kinds of things that were done to secure this land as a part of the United States. Actually, there was a lot of devious goings on, and their treaties were not upheld, and people who thought that they were going to be able to have, quite frankly, that the border with Mexico was supposed to be a porous border, that people could go back and forth, that people could keep their land, things like that. All of those things are unfortunately things that we did not live up to. Promises were not kept. So when we're in a situation now that we're talking about understanding of Hispanic heritage, we have a lot to learn, and I know I have a lot to learn, and I'm trying to do that and trying to be open and have my mind open and my spirit open to be able to learn. We're very fortunate in Bloom to have a number of members who are of Mexican heritage. And I think that it is great for us to be able to celebrate their heritage, just as if we were going to have Oktoberfest and I would be celebrating my mother's German heritage, or we'd have a Lutefisk and Lefse festival and celebrate the heritage of my father. The fact of the matter is that members of the Bloom congregation have deep Mexican heritage, and we want to be able to connect with that in a way that's even a little bit more so than we have in the past. In the United States, since the Johnson administration, and then it was finally signed into law to be for a whole month, Johnson administration started Hispanic Heritage or Hispanic Awareness Week. The Reagan administration is who signed into law that it would be a month, and it's the month from September 15th to October 15th, and that coincides with Mexican Independence Day, which it means when Mexicans were freeing themselves from being run by the Spaniards, much in the same way as we freed ourselves from being run by the British. These things are important in people's lives, especially in this part of the country. So this Sunday we're going to do something a little new and celebrate with food in a more major way and have a fiesta brunch after worship. We're also looking forward to the Reverend Dr. Stephen Wales, one of our retired UCC clergy, members who is going to speak. Stephen and his husband Dewey live half the year in Mexico, as well as half the year here over in Desert Hot Springs. Stephen's going to bring some of his perspectives of living as an Anglo in Mexico, and we're going to benefit from some of our members. Ramon and Julio are going to be cooking and providing us with some mainstays and main dishes for our fiesta brunch. And we're asking members, if you can, to bring Mexican desserts, and we'll celebrate in that way. We're looking for this hopefully to be something we do in the future in September, as a way for us to have a great time in the middle of the month at the beginning of the season, and to recognize the multicultural, multi-ethnic aspects of our congregation. That's a part of the ministry of the United Church of Christ, that we are seeking to be a multicultural, multi-ethnic ministry in general. And so we're respecting the heritages of our brothers and sisters in ministry. We hope you'll be with us on Sunday. If you can't be with us in body, perhaps you can join us on Facebook Live at 10 a.m. And if not, then perhaps you will hopefully be with us in spirit. And as always, please everyone, keep us in your prayers. See you next time.